Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Paul bringing it in. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
20. On the ball. Wake up.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he finds Stills complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Aldon Smith had an absolute off-the-charts rookie season and continues to be one of the best playmakers at outside linebacker.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Ryan on second down. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one. And the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The motion man here, Fleener. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking for his tight end, Fleener, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to fix your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First down, it's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. To the air again, Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be taken at the 10. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 2nd down, Ryan. On the left side, this is Stills. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Halfback sent in motion. Now Ryan on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now a first down following that long gain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second and 10 now, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Watkins alone on the left side. On first down, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And the wideout in motion. To throw on second down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Flushed out right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They send Stills in motion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he motions the wide receiver. 2nd and 10, Newton again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work. Their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
In motion goes the tight end. On second down, here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
I got two. We got chips over here.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And the wideout in motion. Third and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Ryan on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Surveying the field. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the back goes into motion. Ryan now off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The motion man here, Flainer. On 2nd down, Ryan. His throw incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now it's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Watkins alone on the left side. Halfback sent in motion.
20.
Back to the air. Newton on second down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 22.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and the 49ers are going to get a first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. And now they're in the hurry up. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Michael Kendricks able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. And this seemingly endless drive continues. On second down, here's Newton. He goes underneath to Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Muscles him off. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. Watkins alone on the left side. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bucs, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we...